Now that we have your ionizer hooked up to the tap, let's learn how to use it. The first thing we'll want to do is turn the tap on to nice easy flow and flip the diverter lever. You'll notice the water stops coming out of your tap and nothing's coming out of the drinking water spout. We'll depress the power button one time. You'll hear the chime and the type of water you have selected, and you'll notice the water coming out. When it first comes out, it will be discolored, charcoal to dark gray, and that's absolutely normal of granulated activated carbon filters. To select alkaline water, we'll simply depress the alkaline button once.
Alkaline water selected.
You'll hear the alkaline water voice confirmation, and you'll see the level of alkalinity here with the number 4. To move the level of alkalinity, just press the alkaline button until the desired level of alkalinity is achieved. To select acidic water, same thing. Just depress the acidic button and depress it as many times until the appropriate level of acidity is achieved. You'll notice that the icons on the back panel of the LCD will light up in red when you have acidic water selected and in indigo blue when alkaline water is selected. To select purified water, simply depress the purified button. You'll get the voice confirmation, and you'll notice that no water is coming out of the acidic water outlet spout, and the water coming out of your drinking water spout is simply filtered and not ionized. The last button is the melody button, and that's used to turn the voice activation off. So if I depress the melody button and reselect alkaline, now you won't hear the voice confirmation. You'll know that you're producing alkaline water by the indigo backlights and icons, and the blue level 2 tells you what level of alkalinity you have selected.
Well, it was much easier than I thought. And one last thing for us to do, to have a toast of great water, your investment in good health, and thank you for showing me.
You're certainly welcome. Cheers.
Now, Jay, I'm really curious how to use this. It looks very interesting with all the colors, and that's exciting.
Yeah, that's the pH reagent test kit, which we'll use to test the pH and alkalinity in your water.
I see.
Shall we go show you how to use that?
Yes.
This is the reagent kit. Let's learn how to use it. First, we'll open up the kit and see what's inside. You've got your dropper bottle full of reagent drops. There's a spare fuse inside, and you want to put that somewhere safe where you'll be able to find it if you should need to replace your fuse. And finally, we have a pH color chart. Now, I want to note that you don't have to hit these numbers or these colors exactly, that they're just an approximate scale. So let's look at them individually, starting with the acid side. This is a 4, represented by this test tube down here, which you'd want to use for cleaning your face, your hair, for external purposes. Moving up the scale to slightly acidic with a 6 on the pH scale would be this test tube, which is a yellow. Then to neutral on the pH scale. Most tap water will be somewhere in this range between these two, and that's a 7 on the pH scale. Now moving to the alkaline side, which is a number 8 and represented in this tube by a nice blue, and that's probably where you're going to want to start drinking the water. If you start at too high an alkaline level, you may experience some discomfort from mild detoxification symptoms. So let your body adjust slowly. Now let's show you how to test the alkaline water. So now let's learn how to use the reagent test kit to check the pH level of the water. Here we're set on a level of alkaline 2, which with the color chart that comes in the reagent test kit should be around an 8 to a 9. Simply put 3 drops of the red liquid into the container and add water, and we've got a nice blue color. We'll move it up to a level 4. put 3 more drops of the liquid in. And now we've got a nice dark purple, which would be somewhere over a 10. I encourage you to use the reagent kit and master its use. And be sure you check all the levels of alkalinity and acidity on your machine to get an idea of the performance. And I want to stress that when you first start consuming the alkaline water, you want to start at level 1 and stay there for 4 to 7 days. Once your body's adjusted, then you can move up to a level 2 and stay there for another 4 to 7 days until you're comfortable. After this adjustment period, then you're free to move up to the higher levels of alkalinity, although there's no reason to believe that the higher levels are any more helpful for you. As a matter of fact, most people find that they settle somewhere between an 8.5 and a 9.5 on the pH scale.
If I would like to have more calcium in my water, are those the tablets and how to use them?
Those are the calcium inserts. Let's show you how to install them.
Great.
When it's time to change or add calcium to your machine, you'll do that through the calcium port at the top. We'll begin by removing the silver calcium port cap, and it may be difficult the first time or two, so you just insert a butter knife in and gently pry it up until it comes off. You'll notice there will be a mesh basket. We'll simply just remove the old basket, take the cap, the plastic cap, off the new calcium basket, being careful not to spill it, and insert it by pushing firmly into the port and reinstalling it, making sure that you tighten the cap completely. Water will leak out if you don't.
Now, I really like that water so much. When I travel, is there a way I can safely take that water with me and keep drinking alkaline water?
Absolutely. Let me tell you about storing the water.
Oh, that's very important. Thank you.
There's no real magic to storing the water. There are just a few things that you'll want to consider. First, the healthful qualities of the water will last for a couple of days if stored properly. Storing the water properly means filling the container all the way to the top with little or no air contact and keeping the container cool, ideally in a refrigerator. As far as the container options, we have a variety of options ranging from the least desirable here to the most desirable here, and I'll run through each one of those now. Least desirable are the number 1 PET bottles, which are identified by a number 1 inside of a triangle on the bottom of the bottle, and these are like all the bottles you'll find in convenience stores. Better are the harder plastic bottles, like a sports bottle, which is generally a number 2 on the bottom, and better yet are the hard plastics like Lexan or polycarbonate. Lexan is a number 7 on the bottom, and polycarbonate will generally say that. But better than all the plastics is glass. This is simply a 1-quart juice jar that you'd find in any supermarket, and that's ideal for storing the water as it's completely non-reactive. But the best absolute way to get the most health value out of the water is to drink it straight from the glass.